complete the main storyline for the area.
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve ventured into Edirn, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the Queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
It was Meve's first clash with the Scoia'tael, warriors who bled for the non-human cause. The name translates to squirrels in the common tongue, a reference to the ruddy tails fastened to their caps and helms. The ornament had become a hallmark for the partisans, much like the icy cruelty to which they subjected their human prisoners. Eliminate the Scoia'tael executioners. Do not let Black Rayla die. I get extra cards. Any cards will appear in this battle. Black Rayla. That's one in return, as opposed to 2 once. Oh no. 6. And I get to move them if I want. Alright, Gascon. If in hand, deck, or on the battlefield, strength itself by 1 whenever an enemy or allied card is moved. So you've got good synergy with the slingers. Let me get rid of that because I really don't have any idea. If Scoia'tael are prone to boosting their power. It's 1 round battle, so I'm not going to take the field medic. Okay. Decoy. Actually might be... No, let's just going to go for another slinger. There we go. This is always good. Let's get rid of my cavalry.
Hang the butcher! Valoa!
She can't breathe, Your Grace. We must rush to her aid.
Immobile. If this unit is alone on its row on its turn start, move it to Meve's side. Okay. That'll be easy enough. Move 3 cards. Okay. So I'll have to wait 1 turn. First thing I want to do is get this guy down. Oh, if in hand, deck, or on the battlefield. So I don't need to get him down. In that case, let's get my Scytheman.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Oh well, whatever. Take a card to move, so it has to be Blitz. So I don't think I have nearly as many. Oh, these guys are Blitz. It's cavalry. I don't want a cavalry though. Or bombers. Oh, they are. But I could potentially damage my friend. After 2 turns, on turn start, boost self by the power of the unit on the right, then move to the opponent's side. Hide cards. Show cards. So can I boost self by the power of the unit on the right, then move to the opponent's side? Strace slingers are not blitz. Do I even have any drummers? Does this even matter? Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. So this is going to be for next round, if ever. So, not really that concerned about it. After 5 turns on turn start, destroy Black Rayla. Fine. Let's get rid of those bastards.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
How come they didn't move? I guess they can't be moved. They're in the wild. Okay.
Free the warrior!
Order. Duel the lowest enemy. If it was destroyed, double this unit's current power and refresh its order ability. That's pretty cool. Alright,
Have it
that
the
should be
white of an
sufficient
eye
to
from half a league away.
Oh no, they're immobile.
Ah!
I shall not fail!
The elves! Scatter them! They block our path!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Alright, so she should be safe now.
None shall tread on us!
I don't have any way. Here, I can do this.
The chase is on!
Oh, they pat. Oh, he's out of cards. Okay. I can't do any more. Oh, I can. Okay.
This ice
right, end this
will
turn.
be reaping
Do
black
damage.
clad
Then I
heads.
can do this.
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty. Yet in the end, the Lyrians prevailed. When the last elf hit the ground, the queen had her men untie those they'd sought to hang.
1,000 thanks, your grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda. I'm...
Black Rayla. Haga, we saw you there. You command King Demoven's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldane. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days. Straight into his trap, turned out.
Nope. Enter doesn't work. Space? Nope.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black-clad have invaded Edirn.
Oh.
Thanks to Elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs, prey on vulnerable units and scouts.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg, a stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its walls like waves upon the rocks.
Edirn stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirn seeking aid. I wish to ask Demavend for support.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These lands I know better than any.
Excellent. Guide on.
Oh. That was all new. Didn't look like it. No, those aren't new. These are new. Letter from Captain Tobias. 1. Your Majesty, though we spoke to each other not long ago, I have no doubt you do not recall my name. I am the guard who stopped you as you fled Lyria, the guard who doubted you. Your Highness, once more I apologize for my cowardice, and thank you for giving me a chance to repair my error. I cannot save Lyria from the Nilfgaardian's talons, but I can write you about their secrets. I have won myself a post at the palace. I shall keep my ears open, and if I learn anything, I shall inform you at once. Gods grant you luck, my lady. We await your return. Appeal to folk of Lyria and Rivia. Pamphlet distributed in Lyria and Rivia. Queen Meve cares not a whit for your interests. Instead of seeking peace with the Nilfgaardian Empire, she has chosen pointless resistance, sentencing you all to annihilation. To save their subjects from this fate, the Council of Peers decided to move the Mad Queen from the throne. In her cruel lunacy, she defied our ruling, spat upon our laws. She has fled the country in cowardice and seeks now to sow havoc. The rightful monarch is Meve's eldest son, Willem. He shall be advised in this difficult time by Count Caldwell. The meadows of Lyria and Rivia shall blossom under the light of the golden sun. Long live the Emperor! Report situation in Edirn. I'm gonna try a deep voice and see how this goes. With Lyria and with Lyria and Rivia taken. I can already tell it's gonna sound like me anyway. With Lyria and Rivia taken, full strength of Army Group East redirected against Edirn. Fierce Edirnian resistance, but border posts fell. King Demavend pulling back from small garrisons and concentrating forces in heavily defended fortresses. Rosberg, Aldersburg, Vangerberg. Significant increases in Scoia'tael activity. Attacks on merchants, refugees, but not Nilfgaardians. Convoys. All evidence indicates Scoia'tael working with the enemy. I think I got a bit of a nasaliness that always comes through no matter what voice I make. Okay. Pitch camp. Sure, let's see what upgrades I can get now. All sorts of exciting things to do here. What do we got? Workshop. Okay. Enables you to support new Gascon support units in the command tent and promotes existing ones. Enables you to recruit new support units in the command tent. Engineer's drafting desk enables you to recruit new Reynard support units in the command tent and promotes existing ones. Oh. I could get a buff for the war wagon. It's already pretty good. Destroy 2 cards on the right if they were units, boost self by their combined power. If either was an artifact, boost self by current power instead. What's this? And what are these? Well, those are the obvious choices. Okay, so he goes up to 9. Okay. Sometimes the upgrades won't give any special abilities, they'll just increase the strength of the unit. Like Stray's Bomber, Grey Rider. After a different ally is played from hand. Right, so that guy. Armory. Summon all copies of this unit. They're in Hajuk. Give 1 charge to the card on the right. Damage a unit by 2. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. It's alright. Okay. Got enough for both of these, so I'm just probably gonna get those right away. Increase my income. Decrease the gold cost of creating units by 10%. Okay. Increase recruit cap to 1. I have a recruit cap? I didn't know that. Units excluding artifacts will take up 10% less of the recruit cap. Is the recruit... Are they talking about this, or are they talking about the cap for building my deck? Alright, well, first things first. I've got to get the Foragers' quarters to increase my income, and the Herald study too. Okay, so the recruits are different from the recruit cap. The recruit cap must be the thing that limits my ability to... It's the main limitation of my deck building capabilities. So just in case you haven't been watching and following along the entire time, the recruit cap would be this, I believe. Oh look, I'm already over the max. So am I gonna have an invalid deck? Well, I'm not gonna touch anything. No. I'm not gonna touch anything. What do you even have? Oh. A bear. 22 power. Holy crap. Okay. Got Black Rayla. Order. Play a card from your deck. If in hand, deck, or on the battlefield, strengthen self by 2 whenever a Scoia'tael unit is destroyed. Well, I guess I'll find out soon if the game's going to tell me that I'm cheating. I don't think I have any drummers anymore. So actually, I'm going to get rid of my Warhammer, and I'm going to move it back to my longsword. Invalid deck. What? I wonder what would have happened if I had never gone to the tent. Alright, I don't have a Wagenburg. That got taken away from me, I believe. So what I'm gonna do... So actually, armor's not quite as powerful as it used to be. Whenever an enemy appears on the battlefield, damage it at random by 1 or 2. That's pretty good. Do I have anything that triggers on damage? Mark a unit. Every turn on start, damage by 1. Whenever an ally takes damage, strengthen itself by 1. Whenever an enemy card is moved. Do I have any units with charge? I don't have any units with charge. So Reynard, you're gone. You're not useful right now. Field medics, they'll kind of always be useful as long as it's a standard battle. Gascon's really good in combination with the slingers. Strays bomber. Well, I don't have the guy that synergizes with the Strays bomber. Let's see. So decoy's pretty good because these guys got a lot of units that force 2 units to duel. Boost the lowest ally. Heal all allies. Destroy the highest ally and play 2 allies from the graveyard. I don't have quite as many. No. Okay. What's the cost? Alright, so it's the second number. I need to get it down by like 30 more points. 27, I think. Let's just get rid. Equal to the unit on its left. Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. So that's actually pretty good with the Lyran Scytheman. I like these. Infiltrator. 2 turns and turn start. Boost self by the power of the unit on the right. Then move to the opponent's side. The only problem I have with that is they don't work very well with the Strays bombers. So let's just get rid of those. I have to get rid of 15 still. 06. Okay, let's get rid of this and that. There. Oh, lots of conversations.
Yes, Your Grace?
How has it come to this? I, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia, must prowl about the underbrush like a common bandit. And you, General Reynard Odo, once proud commander of 4 elite regiments of footmen, now lead a gang of deserters, bandits, and scythe-wielding peasants.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking, Reynard.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years, under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. We seek not to grab land, or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North, for our freedom, that of others. And you alone didn't give up. Didn't even consider bending the knee before Nilfgaard.
Yes, all true. Yet look where it's brought me.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace, and I will do all in my power to see you triumph in the end.
I cannot forgive myself one thing, that I failed to see through Caldwell's schemes. He must have plotted treason for months, years even. Yet I suspected nothing.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Your Grace.
Easily said. Ugh, if I'd only realized it in time.
Nilfgaard would have found a different traitor, or sent an assassin north. It was unavoidable what happened. The Blackclads would have attacked in any case, and we'd have stood no chance to defeat their foe in open battle, repel him, drive him out.
So, had you been there when the peers assembled, you also would have voted to bend the knee?
No. My honor would never have allowed it. I'd have thrown myself into the fire, and probably died a fool for it. As matters stand, I still have a chance to thwart the invader, his intentions. It seems, in a twisted turn of fate, I should be grateful to Caldwell.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Your Grace, how fortunate you're here. Behold what wickedness is afoot.
I'm trying to behold Sir Ake, yet I cannot be sure what.
Reynard and Gascon, my lady. Caught in the act of playing face cards.
Oh, that. Indeed they are. Good.
Good? Games of chance, good. Why, they are evil's very claws. Corrupting, tearing at the soul, seeping venom into the heart.
I wouldn't worry about Reynard's heart, Sir Ake. As for Gascon's, Too late already, I fear. Besides, they're getting along, that's what matters. If cards do the trick, so be it. Does the good book contain an answer to every question?
Each and every query, without exception.
What does it prescribe a mother betrayed by her son? Tender forgiveness or unflinching firmness?
A moment while I ponder. There's a verse in chapter 2. A child who doth with waywardness defy his mother and father deserveth discipline most severe. Strike him thus heartily, unless thine heart stilleth thy hand.
But one could interpret that any way one wishes.
To thine own self be judge and ruler, spoke the prophet Lebioda. For thou alone shalt answer for thine deeds before thee.
There's a certain wisdom to those words.
Yes, Your Majesty. One need but gaze deeply into the verses, and oneself.
Farewell, Ake. So, Gascon, the soldier's life. Does it suit you?
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon?
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to drink, most days. A skirmish here, a scuffle there, Nilfgaardians one day, elves the next, and whoever we rout, we rob of what they've got.
Requisition, you mean? Fully in accordance with the laws of war.
Oh, please. Save your excuses for your father confessor.
The Duke of Dogs. Whence the name?
Not certain I should tell you. It's a personal story, somewhat.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
Did I hear werewolf?
Of sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked.
With pleasure.
I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They've got an inside man.
They exploited its chief weakness.
It's people.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction myself. Walls 5 feet thick, bars and grates of the sturdiest iron.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meave. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But seeing that's second nature to even the most ordinary bandit. Take any castle door. To open it, to open all, one needs but a pouch of gold.
It's time I attended to other matters. Farewell. How fare you, Rayla? The quartermaster, did he assign you a tent?
He tried.
Oh, and...
I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars, little chance of a foe catching you off guard.
Rain accepted, perhaps.
I'm not made of sugar, ma'am. I'm not gonna melt.
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone in the special forces. How did you come to join?
On merit. Proved I'd be of use.
Yes, well, naturally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist. But the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on home. So I proposed a wager. Arm wrestling. If I won, he'd let me join. If I lost, I'd pay him 100 crowns.
And that kind of coin? You had it?
No, so I had to win. As we sat down at the table, across from each other, he laughed and rolled up his sleeve. When it was over, all around us were laughing at him. Then I just followed orders. Did so well enough to draw the king's attention.
I must go. We'll speak later.
Alright. Guess I'll just check what the next thing I want to get is. Royal Treasury. Well, no, not that big. All those trinkets. 10% less recruit cap. I wonder if that rounds. If it increases the coal cost of creating units. Oh, so that's going to be the next thing I'm going to get. 1,000 and 100. It's going to be 25. 25 is more than 10%. That would be 10% of 250. So I want these before the other. Enables you to recruit new combat. Okay. So first things I want are gonna be the command tent. 2 for 1,100.